I mean, I could not believe it. I've been trying to process this for the past 48 hours now because it happened Saturday night. Here we are Tuesday. It's just some things in life I feel like you'll never understand. It's like, well, why did that happen? Or why did David Tyree catch that ball against the Patriots? Or why did the Seahawks run the ball? Or why did they throw the ball and not run the ball? Like, this is how I feel about the Luka trade. Maybe Nico Harrison, saw something different. I don't really buy the whole weight management thing, and you can chime in at any given moment. I don't buy that. It's really what concerns me, or how I feel about the trade, is going back to the finals last year against the Boston Celtics. Everyone was watching the game and everyone was scrutinizing Luka and like how he is really big on foul baiting and that whole thing there, and how he doesn't play as a team leader and it's all about him. And just after watching that finals, I know he led the NBA in almost basically every statistical category last year in the playoffs. But I feel like their front office sat there and said, we know he's really this good, but is he ever going to bring us a championship? I feel like we're very close with the roster that we have. And Nico Harrison, the Mavs GM, you can clown him however way you want, but I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of friends, and you and I have even talked. When you sit there and you look at the trade with Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic, well, obviously, if you want to look at it this way, Luka Doncic is 5 years younger than Anthony Davis. In 5 years, Luka Doncic is going to be 30. In 5 years, Anthony Davis is going to be 36 because Anthony Davis is 31 years old. But the Lakers, they got Luka, and it's really interesting to see, but they don't have a big man. So, and this point I want to make here too, this is Luka Doncic's team from here on out. I understand
100%.
100%. I understand LeBron James has brought them a championship. He put the Lakers back on the map. Now you could say the other side of it too is it's still LeBron's team, right? Because you have to come in here and prove, what you're expected to do. It's just a very weird thing. I don't think we'll ever see it again in our lifetime. Luka Doncic,
no way.
like
this is the biggest trade.
Yeah. I mean,
history.
I mean, let's break the entire trade down. We start off at, here it is right here. Sorry guys, we're getting to our notes here. Lakers receive Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleba, Markieff Morris. I don't know what the hell Markieff Morris is still doing in the NBA.
Hey, chill. That's a Philly native right there.
Oh, God. Yeah, he won a ring with the Lakers in the bubble. Mavericks receive Anthony Davis, Max Christie, a 2029 first-round pick, and this trade is notable for several reasons. So let's break this whole trade down here. Let's talk about it, right? What I don't understand, Nico Harrison, right? It seemed like he was very stubborn. Why didn't you contact other NBA teams? So
I think once you get it out, it's bad. Let's just say, for example, the Clippers got wind of this, and they knew they would let it out to make sure, to guarantee that Luka would not try to get to the Lakers.
Let's play conspiracy theorists here, right? Let's just play the whole thing of like how they always talk about, like, did Lee Harvey Oswald actually assassinate JFK? Well, we think he did, right? Yeah. Why did he only contact the Los Angeles Lakers? Because you thought you had a superstar for a superstar? Or because last week when when they said the ratings were going down, Adam Silver was concerned that they said that maybe I'm being crazy here, that the only reason why he contacted the Lakers was because of that, because the ratings were down, and after LeBron, what were you going to do? But that's a conspiracy theory. You can play that game all day here. But I strongly believe that Nico Harrison thinks that this trade will work out, of course, because he traded for it. He didn't really tell anybody else. And Rob Pelinka thought he was absolutely crazy when Nico Harrison approached him for this trade. So this this trade has been in the works for a while.
4 weeks, I think that's what it was in Dallas over a cup of coffee, because they have history together, the GMs.
With Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison. Also, too, another thing about the Luka Doncic trade. I don't buy the whole weight thing. He's not
270.
He's not conditioned. I don't buy that. He didn't look that heavy getting off the plane. It reminds me of the James Harden thing when he wanted to get traded from the Sixers to the Nets, when he looked magically different, right? Oh, sorry, from the Nets to the Sixers, right?
Yeah.
Like
no, the Rockets to the Nets first.
Right, but when he was like when he was heavy, it was he magically got from the Sixers to the Nets, right?
No.
Oh no, Rockets.
When he went to the Sixers,
Rockets. That's right.
Yeah, Rockets.
Right. My apologies. Rockets. Right, and then the whole thing of like James Harden is overweight, and then he came back for the Nets. He came out and they were in those throwback jerseys, slim as can be. So I don't buy that. There was something that went on closed doors behind Nico Harrison, Luka Doncic reps, and Luka Doncic, because there's no way you trade a perennial superstar, 25-year-old superstar that averages the second most points per game in NBA history in the playoffs behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You're going to try to tell me that you would trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis with a bunch of other picks that don't mean anything? Come on now. That is, they're just, it doesn't add up. It's almost like, well, I tried to do that formula in math about 25 times. I took calculus, but there's a formula or there's an equation that I can just never, ever figure out. I will never be able to process this trade.
Let's make clear that a lot of people don't remember. Mavs GM, Mark Cuban, the guy that traded for him. Remember when he got drafted by the Falcons initially? Yeah, not the Falcons, the Hawks. My apologies.
Yes, he was the owner of the Mavericks. Mark Cuban was.
He sold majority of his shares last year.
Yep.
And a lot of people this year were like, "Oh, he's still having power." No, because Nico said in his press conference that he called the new GM. I'm positively sure is the mayor. I don't remember if that's correct or not.
I think it's the governor, if I'm not mistaken, because I read about that. Yes.
So I'm just like shocked because I know Mark Cuban said, there's a quote, word for word, I would go divorce my wife before I
traded Luka Doncic. I saw that.
Yeah.
So it's black, and that's why it just makes you wonder, like, did the Mavericks do this? Did Nico Harrison do this because he thought that this is going to bring Anthony Davis is going to bring them a championship? Well, hey,
I don't think Anthony Davis is bad.
No, Anthony Davis is not.
No,
but this is also too. I will say this: the Los Angeles Lakers failed Anthony Davis. Before the whole Luka Doncic trade, Anthony Davis was begging you to get him a 5. You saw what Anthony Davis did.
ESPN with shams.
Yes, you saw what Anthony Davis did in the bubble with LeBron, and you can say that was a fluke championship. No, they still won. They still won the championship. They bought in just like every other team that was in that bubble in 2020 in Orlando. The Lakers failed Anthony Davis in recent years. He was begging for them to get him a center alongside LeBron because those are your two guys. Those are the only reason why the Lakers have been relevant the past 5.5 seasons, because AD's been there for 5.5 seasons formerly. But he asked you for a center a week ago, 2 weeks ago. All you had to do was do that. Now, I don't think that Rob Pelinka thought that Luka Doncic was going to become available.
No one thought that.
Nobody did. But I mean, realistically, if we sit here and we talk about it and you break it all down, minus the AD Luka trade, other than Nico Harrison and going for superstar, how many picks would Luka Doncic actually take? Like how many?
At least 5.
Because Rudy Gobert, Mikal Bridges was 5. Rudy Gobert was 4. Mikal Bridges got more.
Paul George,
more.
This is a player.
Kevin Durant,
his prime.
This is 25. This is a player that put your franchise back on the map.
Oh my goodness.
You
got one pick.
I honestly don't understand how this trade makes any sense. Listen, the Mavericks on the other side of the coin, Kyrie's still really good. AD's still really good. He can put AD truly at the 4 because now he can play at the 4. You've got Daniel Gafford. You've got Derek Lively. You have some pieces there. I want to see what Max Christie will do with the Mavericks. It would be nice to see if Jason Kidd can unlock his full potential because he was starting to show flashes for the Lakers this year. But yeah, and then you have Klay Thompson, of course, who's not the same as he was in Golden State. But this Mavericks team is scary. I don't know if they'll win the West.
Let's talk about it.
But they're going to be very competitive. They're going to be giving teams a run for their money. They were with Luka.
With Luka, he's dealing with a calf injury, right? That they're talking about.
Yeah,
calf strain.
Yeah.
The Mavs with Luka, healthy, got to not healthy. He was injured last year. One leg. He beat the Wolves. He beat the Thunder.
Yep.
He made it to the finals. I know he lost to the Celtics, but context, the Celtics team, oh my goodness, what a talented roster. The first starting 5, right? You don't even need Porzingis to play. You just need him for the series in the playoffs. That's how talented this team is with the depth. Luka is a 5-time All-NBA player. 5-time first team. 5-time All-Star. Rookie of the Year. Second all-time playoff points per game. Number 3, all-time regular season points per game. Number 6, all-time playoff triple-double. And number 7, all-time triple-double. You're telling me he's doing this injured? You only got 1 first-round draft pick. Are we serious?
1. Luka
2031, I'm positively sure.
Luka could be eating barbecue before the game. He could be eating ribs. He could be drinking a Slovenian beer. He could be smoking a cigarette before the game. I'm still not trading Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, who's 31 years old. 31.
6'6".
80's
275. Quotations, quotations, air quotations. 275.
He's
context. Okay, Zion is 284.
Right. And Zion's half the player Luka is. Zion's a great player.
Are we serious?
We're talking about Luka Doncic, who's already an NBA Hall of Famer because NBA
by the way.
goes off. I do too.
I think he will help this team, but we just have to make sure he stays healthy. This year he has been.
Yes, he has.
Right?
He has
and
been.
when he does play the 4, he's fantastic.
Also, too, another thing. This is another thing. We're gonna go by statistics here. PER for Luka and Anthony Davis. Luka's not even top 10 in PER. Anthony Davis is 4th all time. So that's another thing too. Like AD is an extremely efficient basketball player. If you look at he's averaging 25 and 13, 26 and 13 this year, 25 and 12. If you want to round the numbers up. 43 and 23 game against the Hornets the other night. So let's not sit here and say Anthony Davis. Like people are like, oh my God, the Lakers like lopsided this trade.
No.
I honestly, I will say this. I don't think either party won the trade. I really don't. I have to see how both teams work out because it's a superstar for a superstar. Yes, of course, Luka Doncic is better than Anthony Davis. But how Anthony Davis plays for the future. But as a two-way player, Anthony Davis is arguably the best two-way player in the NBA.
Goodness.
He's an absolute force. And if the Mavericks use him right, which I'm sure they will, putting him at the 4, ooh, man. Anthony Davis
at the 5? Lively at the 5?
Gafford or Lively, wherever you want to put it. Yeah. You can run your offense.
Washington.
Yes, you can run your offense through AD too.
Maybe.
Did you know Anthony Davis played point guard in high school?
Yeah, I did. He talked about that.
He can bring the ball up if he wants to as well.
They just traded for Caleb Martin from
did they? I didn't see
76ers. Yeah, gave up Quentin Grimes in the 2nd round pick.
Really? Wow, that's interesting. And we were just talking about Quentin Grimes. Yeah, he was on the Knicks last year. Anyways, though, going back to this point here, Anthony Davis also was coached by Jason Kidd when Jason Kidd was the coach of one of the assistant coaches on the Lakers during the bubble. So he has seen Anthony Davis, and so I honestly think this is going to work out great for the Mavs. I want to see how it'll work out for the Lakers. It'll be fun to see Luka and LeBron. But you know, another thing too, LeBron James can actually now fully take a backseat to Luka Doncic because I know, which LeBron won't, of course, but he's able to. Like, if LeBron wants to play another 5 years, he can coast. If he really wants, he can become the second guy.
Play the 4.
LeBron can. Luka at the 1, LeBron at the 3.
I put LeBron at the 4. Put Rui at the 3.
Put however you want to go about it. We're still trying to figure out if the Lakers are done making moves. They're still saying, well, they have until Thursday. The deadline.
Steven Adams is a target right now.
Potentially, it's about if they want to take on that cap and what are the Lakers willing to give up. I don't know if the Rockets are going to want too much. That's the thing there. But getting Luka, man, and even if you can't get a big center like through a trade, see if you can pick up Mo Bamba. The Jazz just waived him a few days ago, so that would be an option there as well. Or
call Dwight Howard. I don't know. Why not?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No, we're not. No, the bubble team, they're not. No. Yeah, might as well call Danny Green out of retirement too. And
okay, not Danny Green. Dwight is actually putting up points.
Markieff Morris.
Yeah.
Anyways, one of the craziest trades in NBA history. Well, briefly.
Can you fathom, or can you even wait. I don't know if you watched the press conference. Jason Kidd did not get any notification.
Nothing.
Did he get a heads up? What are your thoughts? None of it.
That's literally
answered 3 questions and dipped.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck, J Kidd.
That's literally like coming home and telling your wife we're getting divorced and she's got no idea that you do you want to get a divorce?
Oh yeah, I sold the house, by the way. It's done.
Yeah, I put the house up for mortgage. I lost a $500,000 bet on the Super Bowl. What?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me.
I'm just shocked.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. But
it will be interesting to see what Kyrie does. He is a free agent. I'm positively sure. After this year, Luka, Kyrie, they wanted to play with. Or not Luka and Thompson, Clay wanted to play with
LeBron.
No, play with Luka.
Oh, Luka, right.
Now they will go and play with both of them probably.
Oh my gosh, Clay to the Lakers finally with his dad, Michael Thompson, wanted him to go to the Lakers last year.
That'd be interesting.
I don't think people realize too, like obviously set up for the future and obviously right now. And I'm gonna sit here and say this. I don't think it's a far-fetched statement to say that the Lakers can't win the NBA Finals this year with Luka and LeBron. I don't think people realize how good LeBron is as well as Luka. I'm serious.
Who's their big? Jackson Hayes?
They can find a big. I'm serious.
You better hope they find a big.
I'm just saying, dude. Luka's
They're 5th right now.
Luka, they're the 5th in the West,
yeah,
right?
Mavs are 8, I think, 8 or 9.
The Rockets don't scare me. The Timberwolves don't scare me.
Not anymore.
The Thunder
Not
don't.
After they trade for Julius.
Right. The Thunder don't scare
Stop
me.
It. No, whoa.
No.
Oh. Let's not disrespect Shea. MVP.
What happened?
Small market.
What happened?
That team
What?
is
Yeah.
deep.
What happened? What happened last year?
They just didn't have a big.
The Mavs beat the Thunder in the
context.
I'm
this
just saying.
Year they have Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet.
Yeah,
both have not been playing.
I'm not concerned about Chet. More about Hartenstein because he's a big physical 5. But I'm just saying, man.
Disrespecting them.
I'm 7-game series. I'm taking the Lakers over that Thunder team. The only team if I'm a Lakers fan, as a Lakers fan, I'm scared of the Denver Nuggets, 100%, because you haven't beat them. It's just like the Yankees and the Houston Astros.
The Lakers versus the Thunder. You're telling me you're not concerned whatsoever. They have no big man.
Who's guarding LeBron and Luka?
We'll see. I love OKC.
I'm just saying. Oh, I know, but it would be super fun to see.